Today we're just going to have a brief 30-minute sequence, just to play around a little bit, move around a little bit with a little fun trick at the end. So let's come to our mats and keep it light and fun and see what happens. Come to all fours. And then cat and cow. Notice what you're feeling in your body. My shoulders, my back. A little bit of everything. These odd days that we're living. We're not getting our usual exercise and sense of movement. So just see where it feels a little bit of tightness, a little bit of tension. Try to bring some movement there, some release. Make your way to a downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, please. Bend your knee over your hip. Find some movement here. And extend through that right leg to a down dog split. Lift your left heel, take your gaze forward, and pull your left knee around towards your right tricep. Nice and high, also to the arm. And then hold it here. Lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine, drop belly button in. Come to the tips of the left toes. And then let's find a twist here, coming to the inside of your left foot. Grab the outer edge of your right foot. Instead of coming into a falling triangle, bring your thigh up in towards your chest, your right knee towards your right shoulder. Then we'll release that. Cross your right leg over your left for a figure four. Take it back to a downward facing dog. Let the head go in between the arms. From here, take your gaze forward. Come into a pigeon pose. Just for a second, don't get too comfortable. Just let me keep the back toes tucked under because we're not staying. And then take it back down, dog split. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Step your left foot forward to meet your right hook up your grip. Full fold to breathe out. And then soften, sway. Heel toe your feet to be as wide as your hips or a little bit wider. And then really tip the hips from right to left. Feeling a T-bends. Add a little twist there if that feels good for you. Grab hold of the elbows and allow the forearms to melt down towards the floor. Let your neck be long. Tip your weight into the balls of the feet so you can tip your hips a little higher, just to feel the lengthening through the hamstrings. If this is too much too soon, absolutely soften the knees. And let the arms go. Take a slow roll. Rise all the way up to stand. Shoulder roll once you get there to Tadasana. Inhale the arms up overhead. Step your right foot back behind your left. A little curtsy pose, like Shiva pose. Grab hold of your right forearm. Lift up and then reach over towards the left. Bend the knees, sweep everything down. Step your right foot to meet your left. You have that wide stance. You're going to fold back again. And sway it. Take your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. And draw the arms overhead. Tuck your chin into your chest. Release the arms, sweep all the way up as you stand. And then step back with your left foot. Come to Shiva pose, grab hold of your left arm. Breathe in as you reach up. Breathe out as you lean, twist. Soften the knees even more. Float it down. Forward fold. Step your left foot back to where it was. And tent up onto your fingertips. Lengthen your spine. Let the chest breathe in. Lift your heels. Now round out your back, knee to spine, chin to chest. Lean on the tips of the fingers. And then lower your heels down to the floor. Walk your fingertips forward slightly. And then flex your feet. Lift your toes. So the hips are pulling back. So you can walk your fingertips a little farther forward. Pull your hips a little farther back. And just drop your head between your arms. Walk your fingertips back, lift your chest. And let's see if we can find a balance here. Lift one hand, and then the other will come up when you're ready. Bring your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Might as well have some fun with this, right? Lift your heels, take your gaze forward, roll out that plank. On the exhale, lower everything down to the floor. Breath in, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Breath out, lower down. Tuck your toes, make your way back to plank. Soften the knees. Pull the hips back towards the heels. Let your chest rest on your thighs and drop your head between your arms. So you're in this really strong floating child's pose. Feel your thighs, sway your hips from side to side. Shift the weight from your right hand to your left. And then straighten the legs for downward facing dog. Lift your left knee. Bend your knee over your head. Find that movement there. Down dog split. Take your gaze forward. Pull your left knee towards your left shoulder. Press out the arms. Spin to the inside of your right foot. Grab hold of your left foot with your right hand and draw the left hand towards the left armpit. Bring your right hand back down to the mat. Figure four, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Take it back to a dog. And shift forward into your pigeon. Back toes stay tucked. One breath here. Down dog split. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Right foot meets the left, look up, breathe in. Full fold, Uttanasana, breathe out. Bend your knees, walk your fingertips back past your heels. Literally rest in your own lap. So you feel your chest against the thighs. And lengthen the neck. Sweep the arms up, come to chair pose, Uttanasana. Straighten your legs, breathe in. Cactus the arms, breathe out, puff your chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale, Urdhva Svanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Lengthen on the breath in, on the breath out, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga, or use chest chin, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Bring your feet together, lift your heels, bend your knees, take your gaze forward. Step or float your way to the top of the mat. Breath in, breath out, fold. Press into the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, Urdhva Svanasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Prepare your heart, bow your head, close your eyes. Just breathe here. No expectation, no pressure. Just be in the moment. In the safety zone of your mat. Open the eyes and now the arms up overhead. Urdhva Svanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathe in to prepare. On the breath out, hands down, step or float. Your Vinyasa. Lift your right leg. Put your thigh into your chest. And this time, come to an eagle wrap. Double wrap that leg, maybe a single wrap. So the left knee will bend and lift the left heel. It's really difficult, if not impossible, to do with straight leg. Let's turn this into a side plank. Lift the left arm up. Get your left arm all the way overhead as you lift the hips up towards the ceiling. And then we'll unravel here to a side plank on the other side. Take your left hand down. Grab hold of your right toe. Take your time, turn your gaze up to look at your right hand. Release the foot with control. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle. left arm around your back. See if you can bring your hand to the inside of your right thigh. And then use your right forearm to find a little bit more space here. To lay back and long breathe. Sweep your right arm underneath your right ear. Lengthen through the right leg to come to triangle for a hot second. Then sweep the arms back to a reverse triangle with Vinyasa arms. So reach back, make that connection. Like that. To a high lunge with Vinyasa pose. Step your left foot forward to meet your right knee in chair pose. Release the arms. And let's eagle wrap the right arm underneath the left. Lift your right knee. Let's tap the elbow to the knee. Navel to spine. Warrior 3, left knee stays bent, so it's a variation. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Drop your right hip. Roll that in one more time. And let's come to full eagle here. Open that up. Keep sinking the hips. Throw your right hip back. If you like to take it forward fully, come forward. So the elbows can find the left knee. And then drop your gaze. Your neck be soft. Big release, lift the right arm, left arm over the head. And then cross over your ankles. Forward. Step back down, down. Lift your left leg. Pull the thigh into the chest, and let's take that eagle wrap. Left leg over right. Soften your right knee. Pull the hips back so you can make that connection. Your right heel is lifted. Turn it into your side plank. Right arm lifts up overhead. Project the hips up towards the ceiling and give yourself a minute to find your balance. Bend the knees a little bit more and secure that left foot. Sweep your right arm overhead. Lengthen through the right side. Gaze down at your mat, returning to the other side. Big shift, right hand comes down. Grab hold of your left big toe and come into side plank with a split. Take your time. Release the foot with control. Bring your left hand down, step forward. Warrior 2. You're spinning a lot. Front to back, right to left. Peaceful warrior. Breath in and lengthen. Extended side angle. Wrap your right arm around your back. Aim for the inner thigh of the left leg. Pop up onto your left forearm. So you can lift up. Notice where the shoulders are. Keep them away from the ears. Strong right leg, draw the kneecap. Press into the outer edge of that foot. Extend the left arm out. Let's come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keep laying back. Press into your feet, reverse your triangle with Vinyasa bind. Once you're there, lay that back to loose. And your left knee, let's come to a high lunge. Spin to the ball of the right foot. Step your right foot to meet your left. Chair pose. Release the arms, fly them up over your head. Draw back to a cactus shape and eagle wrap, left arm on the bottom. Lift your left knee. Tap the elbow, round up back. Warrior 3, right knee stays bent. Put your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Drop your left knee. Let's come back to tap the knee. And then lift, come to full eagle Garudasana. Breath in, find space. Your full fold. This time you're reaching for that right knee. And then squeeze a little bit more, drop the hips a little lower. Really squeeze the thighs. And allow yourself to release. Keep the balance. Take your time with your left knee. Lift your arms up overhead. Breath in. Press your left ankle in front of your right, forward fold. Now your hands down to the floor, step back down, facing dog. Bring your feet together. Take your gaze forward. Bend your knees, find that floating child's pose. Shift yourself forward into plank, just enough to feel the wrists, feel the fingertips, feel the tips of the toes. Stay strong. And then pull it back one more time. Pull it back and step and float to the top of the mat. Breath in, breath out. Urdhva rise to stand. Exhale, forward float to Vinyasa. Breathe into lengthening. And breathe. Take your gaze forward and drop your forearms down to the floor. Look into dolphin. Walk your feet a little closer to the elbows. Keep drawing your shoulders away from the ears. Press into your fingertips, forearms, elbows. And then drop your head. Let your head hang. Lift your hips, lift your heels. Shift a little farther forward. And then lower down. Come off of your forearms, walk it back down to facing dog. Lift your heels. Come out through plank. Knees down, child's pose. Take your hands back behind you and find the interlace. Draw the knuckles back. Drop your forehead down to the floor. And lift the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Stay connected. See if you can keep your palms connected to touch. I'm just going to turn my head so your head is neutral, forehead is down. Sway the arms over to the right side. You'll feel that left shoulder. Come back through center. Take it over to the right. Come back through center. Lower the hands down. Bring them in front of you. Interlace the fingers. Now we're coming into Shirshasana, headstand. So if you're in the habit of crossing with one pinky at the bottom, take that pinky and bring it on the inside. So that when you put your hands down, it's even. And one hand isn't any higher than the other. So you're making that triangle shape. Elbows come out, not too wide. Bring the crown of the head down. You're resting in your palms, and you don't even have to come up in this. So if you're not really a fond, don't really hold some fondness for headstand, just stay with me. Feet can stay down on the floor. Crown of the head comes down, tuck the toes, straighten the legs, just as you came into that dolphin. Walk your feet forward. You just press into the forearms. Maybe you lift one leg. And hold it here. You still have the stability and the security of the right toes on the floor. And then pull your knee towards your nose. So the hips are going to stay high. And bring your left foot down to meet your right. Right leg. Pressing out of the forearms, the neck is long, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Stay breathing. Keep the hips high, pull your right knee in towards your nose. right foot meets left. Walk your feet back a little bit. And come back down to child's pose. See? Easy peasy. Then take the hands back, find the interlaces to rest. Release any tension that you may have brought into the shoulders. You can sit up. Take your right hand, press down on your left shoulder. Take your right ear towards the right side. Then you can bring that right hand towards the collarbone. Lower your chin down to the center of your chest and take to the other side. And come back to center. Okay, so we're going back into Shavasana, headstand. I told you this would be a really quick practice today, just a little something to play with. We're going to combine a headstand with eagle legs, and then bring that up into a crow. So let's come into crow. Spread the fingers wide, lift the heels, let the knees find the armpits, and just hang out here for a hot second. Maybe walk your hands back a little bit. Allow yourself to find that roundness. Draw the belly button in. Start to shift forward. Your gaze is up without cranking your neck. Don't want to do is drop your head down because then you have 10 pounds of weight pulling you down to the floor. So take your gaze maybe 12 inches in front of your fingertips. And then just lean into it. Pull your right foot up. Just hold there, just like you did in that headstand. And come to the tips of the left toes. Really use the arms, really use the core. Let that right leg be a little lighter on the arm so you're not sitting on yourself. And then bring your right foot down. Shift your weight back. And then we'll do that again. Shift forward. Lift the left heel this time. Draw the elbows in towards each other. Find the lightness in the right foot. Press into your fingertips. And then lower down. Interlace your fingers. And let's find a figure eight. Roll those wrists out a little bit. It's a big gymnastic move. There are lots of cracks. I'm going to take your hands down to the floor. Bring your palm to face up, back your hands down. And keep your right hand down on the floor so you have some weight on the right hand. Now as you're pressing down through that left hand, draw your fingers in to make a fist. And then let that go. Yeah, you should feel those forearms a lot. I'm going to do it again. It's kind of freaky. Try to keep the back of the hand down on the floor and keep your arms straight. And let that go. When you're ready, switch to the other side. Fist. Open it up. Alright, flip the hands. Come onto the feet. Let the knees find the armpits, gaze it forward. Take your time. Shift it right into crow. And then lift your gaze a little bit more, lift your hips, put your belly button into your spine. Maybe you bend the fingers, bend the second knuckle a little bit. So they're like spiders. And then you can really use the fingertips to control how far forward you come in your balance. And then lower down when you're ready. Okay, we've done crow. Now let's take a side crow. Come into a squat. Walk your fingertips over to the right side and sway your knees over to the left. So there's a bit of a twist here. Lift your chest, press into the fingertips. Keep swaying the knees to the opposite side of your hands. Keep the spine up. And bring your hands down to the floor. Lift your heels, lift your hips, and feel the connection that your left tricep makes with your legs. Up towards the knees, shins, sides of that thigh. And then maybe your right tricep catches hold of your right hip. And then allow yourself to shift. You'll chat around with the arms, lift one foot, and then float the other foot up. So now you have security of both arms supporting your body. If you just want to use the one arm, that'll be your left. Same thing, lift the hips, lift the heels. Some people like to use a block to elevate the hips and heels a little bit, so you can just happen to have a block handy. So you can step on the block, and now you're that much higher. Take your gaze forward, and then flip yourself up. Now you're just on the one arm. And then bring it down. So if you want to play with that a couple of times, you can do that. Take the other side. When you're ready, there's no rush. Allow yourself to feel it before you come into the balance. Sometimes if you rush too soon, you don't have enough space, and you don't have the arms there to support the legs, and then we topple over. So find the twist first, let the knees shift all the way over to the right side, and you're turning your chest to the left. Bring the hands down, secure the legs. You're up high near that armpit, near the tricep, and then you can float it up. So play with that side. So now we'll put all three together. We'll come into a headstand, take eagle legs, and then wind up in a side curl with eagle legs. So it looks like this. For this headstand, we're coming into tripod. So you're using your hands, spread the fingers wide. You're making a triangle. So your hands are the 2 points, and then the top point is going to be the crown of your head, not your forehead. So make sure you find that place, just like you did before when we played with that little drill where the head came down to the floor. Come to your eagle legs. Pull your knees into your chest, take your time, hips are staying high. And then twist it over to your left side. If you're crossing your right leg over the top. And slowly lift your head. Lift your chest. Press into your fingertips. And there you are. Okay. So, you can try that. Do the other side. Just remember the side that you're twisting is the opposite of the leg that you're crossing over. So I crossed my right leg over my left and then brought my legs over to the left side. So now I'll do the other side. Eagle wrap with the left leg over the top, then you bring your legs over to the right. Just take your time when you lift because there has to be a balance of the hips to head. Hips to head ratio. So if you want to get that head up off the floor, you have to pull your hips down a little bit just to find a counterbalance, but don't do it too quickly, because then you'll just fall out. So take your time. Okay, left side. And once the head is up, you want to lift the hips again. So you're not heavy. And that's that. So that's your trick for today. Your pose, if you want to play with in your extra time, in your quarantine. And then you will come to a nice little cool down. Take your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers. I like to come to this in child's pose because you're able to draw the shoulders back away from the ears. Let your head rest. Fingertips to the floor, find a T shape with the arm. You can come all the way down. I'll turn this on so you can see what I'm doing. Extend your right arm out to the right side. So you want to be in line with the shoulder. And press down into your fingertips, your whole hand is there. Nice and easy, step your left foot back behind your right leg. So you're rolling onto your side. Then you can press into your left foot, bend the right knee, and scoot the hips over away from your right hand. Once you're there, you can kind of hang out here. You can bring your left arm back behind you. Find the interlace of hands. Let your head hang. You can also sway your knees over towards the left side. Same direction with your hands. And a nice and easy release. You will retrace your steps. So release the bind first. Extend the legs. Press into your left hand as you uncurl. Roll off of that right shoulder. It's a really deep stretch, especially if you take it all the way like that. So take your time coming out of it. And then do the other side. The left hand comes down. Press into your right hand. Step your right foot back behind the left, just roll onto your side and hold it here. See how it feels with every step. You don't want to go too quickly and then find yourself in a position that is not enjoyable. And then maybe you just take that second foot, shift the hips over, drop your head, find the bind, right hand meets left, come to the interlace, and let it be soft. You can also take a block underneath your head. I do that in class because we have blocks. So if you don't have any blocks at home, use a pillow, use a pen, and just rest your head. Or you can let it hang. Knees will shift over to the right side in the same direction as the hands. And then release. Release the bind, release the legs. Hold here. And then up. Your hands underneath your shoulders. Step back to a downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Pull your thigh into your chest, and now welcome into pigeon for real. Allow yourself to find your shape. Just pull your right hip back, left hip comes forward. Make sure you're not sinking and popping that left hip up into the air. Breathe in, and then as you lengthen, breathe out. Fold it down. You can come to a sleeping pigeon with both hands behind you. Drop your left ear down to the floor. Bring your head to neutral so your forehead rests on the floor. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift the chest. Swing the left leg all the way around. Take a little spinal twist here. We did some twisting earlier. Wrap your right arm around your left shin. Lift the chest as you breathe in. Twist on the breath. Counter. And then come back to center. If you want to take pigeon to the other side from a seat, do that and simply switch sides. If you prefer that momentum of the down dog split, come back to the down dog, lift your left leg, and come forward into pigeon. Breath. So feel the hips release before you fold into it. So there's no collapse, everything is active. Release the arms, it's time to drop your right ear down. Bring your forehead down if you have your head turned. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Chest. Take your right leg across. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Lift. On the exhale, twist. Counter twist over towards the left. Dip the chest, you want to bring it down. Come back through center. Extend both legs out in front of you. Give them a shake. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Paschimottanasana. And let your arms hang. Head be heavy. Roll it up. And as you do, bring the soles of the feet together. So I'm coming to Tarasana. It's more of a diamond shape than in your Baddha Konasana, where you bring the heels all the way into the loins. So bring the feet out of it. Press into your hands and pull the sits bones back. Allow the chest to shift forward as the spine stays long. Maybe you align your forearms with your calves and your shins. And come forward. Forearms can come down to the floor and you can rest your forehead right on your heels. Now if that sounds ridiculous and it just isn't happening today, you can make two fists And elevate the hips, the heels a little bit. So now you can bring the head down and rest in your hands. So ideally you just want to rest in this pose, relax. You're not trying to come forward. Just kind of hang out, let it go. Land wherever you are. And breathe. You can take your hands underneath your heels and let your heels in bed. Stay there as long as you like. Whenever you are ready, extend the legs out in front. And lower everything down to the floor. You're ready for Shavasana. Any other movement you want to take here? You can pull the thighs into the chest. Find a little spinal massage, rocking side to side. Bring your hands to your knees. Make a circle on the ceiling. Kick the legs up. Roll the ankles. Flex and point the toes. Want to take a bridge. Ready for happy baby. Just do your thing. I like to offer that in my classes because sometimes you'll be in a class and the teacher just never calls the pose that you're just praying that he does or she does. So here's a chance to give yourself what you need for your practice, what feels good in your body. And not every teacher loves the same poses that we love as students, and vice versa. So when you're ready, extend the arms up overhead, extend the toes in the opposite direction. Let's take a full body stretch, breathe in. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue, line with the breath, let it go. Walk your feet towards the corners of your mat. Let your arms come down with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Flex your feet, draw the kneecaps up, engage the quads, make fists with your hands, tighten the arms, scrunch up your face, and let it all. Shavasana. So this is where I leave you. Stay into Shavasana as long as you like. It was a quick practice, just a little something to get you moving and give you a little trick to play with in your downtime. I'll be posting more videos to YouTube. I'm teaching online classes. There's a class on Saturday at 12:30 for Real Hot Yoga. You can go to realhotyoga.net and find all the details and sign up there. That's an hour class. And then another class on Sunday at 11 a.m. That'll be 75 minutes. And that's through NewYorkLovesYoga.com.